Good morning. My name is Mackenzie Vadas, and for my lab experiment 1, estimating the calorie content of nuts, I will be going through steps 1 through 13. So the first thing listed is to make a calorimeter, which is using an aluminum can and a clamp stand, which we do not have, so I'm just going to hold it. And the next thing that we're going to do is we have to make a contraption to burn the nut. So I did this previously to make sure it would be balanced. The nut we're going to be using is a pecan, and I already have it, so when it lays flat on the watch glass, it is balanced. And then we're also going to need a watch glass, which I'm just using a plastic tray. So the third step is to weigh the watch glass, paper clip, and nut. So I have a old food weighing device set to 0, and I'm going to place this on top, make sure it's flat, and that comes in at about 1.5. The camera isn't quite eye level, so that's why it might look a little off. And we're going to record this in a table. And then the fourth step is to weigh the empty aluminum can. The empty aluminum can is about 0.5 grams. Oh, sorry, closer to 0.75 grams. And then we want to weigh the aluminum can with water, so I have 2 cans, so we don't have to, take time to fill that up. And it's filled at about halfway, and that is about at 7.25 grams. So step 6 is to set up the watch glass under the can with the paper clip and nut. So let's move that out of the way. So this one has the water in it. So what it would look like in the lab is you would have a glass watch glass, you would have your paper clip and nut, and you want to make sure that the nut doesn't break, because if it's broken, then you don't have the whole nut that you're getting the calorie measure for, you just have a partial piece of the nut. And then it would have the can on top, but not touching, because you need to let the flame kind of like kiss the bottom of the can. And then from there, you would place your thermometer also on the clamp stand. I just have a Fahrenheit meat thermometer on the clamp stand, and it would go in the can so you can get a measurement. Now also with the can and the thermometer, you want to make sure that the thermometer is not touching the bottom of the can, because it wouldn't give you a direct reading of the water, it would give you the reading of the flames. So we want to measure the temperature in the can. So since this is in Fahrenheit, we're going to have to do a little conversion factor, which I did beforehand, but you take the degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 times 5 to the 9th, and that's how you get Celsius. So I just got room temperature water from my standard Brita filter, and it's a little bit under 80, so I put it at 75. So when we do that and convert it out, we get 23.8 degrees Celsius. And then once everything's all set up and you have the nut thermometer and you'd be in a clamp stand, you would take a lighter, not a match, a lighter, which I did a little illustration, and you light the nut, and then you want to move it away very quickly so you don't disturb the temperature reading at the very end. So as the nut is burning, so this is on fire, as the nut's burning, you're going to use the thermometer and you're going to gently stir the water inside of the can. And then you would record the highest temperature reached, and once the flame goes out, you're going to weigh the entire contents back onto your scale. And what we have here, I just did the calculations by myself. You would fill out your chart, and then from there you would use these values to do your mathematical calculations. Now, the final temps were estimated because I didn't want to light the nut on fire. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.